The Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback situation might remain unsolved, but they suddenly have a much bigger problem. That's because Steelers star TJ Watt is now publicly voicing his frustrations with his contract situation, and it could get uglier before it gets better in Pittsburgh. Hey everyone, Rob Gregson of A to Z Sports Pittsburgh, and today we're going to discuss TJ Watt's recent viral Instagram post that he put up on his story last week. All it was a simple picture of TJ Watt throwing up the deuces, and you would have thought that the world ended. I mean, we had people saying, is TJ Watt going to demand a trade? Is he going to retire? Does he want to quit on the Pittsburgh Steelers? Does he no longer want to play? We had people proposing preposterous trades that would send Dak Prescott to the Pittsburgh Steelers for TJ Watt. I mean, everybody lost their minds. But the truth is, TJ Watt, he just wants a new contract. That's all he wants. He has been the sole reason why the Pittsburgh Steelers have gone to the playoffs the last 2 years. And you don't have to take my word for it. Just look at the team's record when TJ Watt is not on the field. They do not win games without TJ Watt. The Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike Tomlin, one of the greatest organizations and head coaches in the NFL, are a losing franchise without TJ Watt on the field ever since he joined the Steelers. And quite frankly, that's all the leverage he needs. Forget the fact that he's been a defensive player of the year, that he nearly broke the NFL record for most sacks in a season, that he's a stalwart, that he has no off-the-field issues, that he's a hard worker and one of the leaders on the team. Forget all of that. Throw all of that out the window. All he has to do in his contract negotiations is go in there and put on the team's record when he doesn't play. That's all he has to do. And that's why he wants to be paid. He just saw Myles Garrett, who we can sit here and debate about who's better. TJ Watt, Myles Garrett. We can go back and forth all day about that. He just saw Myles Garrett go for north of $40 million per year in salary. Yet, he's nowhere close to that. Yet, Danielle Hunter just made over $35 million per year. Nobody in the NFL, heck, Danielle Hunter himself knows that he's not better than TJ Watt. So all Watt wants is a little bit of recognition. You know, this whole offseason, the Steelers' priorities has seemingly been all mixed up. Of course, you have to find a quarterback. But yet, here we are, days away from the NFL draft, where they pick 21st overall in a bad quarterback draft, and their starting quarterback right now is Mason Rudolph. Do you think that TJ Watt, who's going to be 31 years old, in the back half of his prime, is excited about going into a season where the quarterback is Mason Rudolph? So he's sitting there thinking to himself, dang, they've had this whole offseason to fill these holes, to find a quarterback, to do this, that, the third. They've done none of it, and I'm not paid. That's obviously striking issue with TJ Watt and his representation, and quite frankly, it should be. He has every right to be upset with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and if they don't pay TJ Watt, it's going to get very ugly for the Steelers front office, for GM Omar Khan, for Art Rooney, and for Mike Tomlin. So this situation is going nowhere, and it's certainly something to keep an eye on, because if TJ Watt, of all people, is going on social media to voice his frustrations, you know it's serious between him and the Pittsburgh Steelers.